How to write an article. When you write an article, you have to remember to adapt your language to your target group. If the article is aimed at a young audience, an informal language could be used. You can, for example, use a more casual tone, similar to the way you speak.
What's up, dude?
However, if you want to reach out to an adult reader, a formal tone is to be preferred. Something to remember with formal writing is that even though it might be difficult to write, it should always be easy for the reader to read. You should not write in the same way as you speak, but instead use a literal tone. Linking words should also be used to help you make comparisons or associations between two topics. It is important that your sentences follow smoothly to make your text easy to read. When you begin the article, it is important to have an eye-catching title that gives the reader an idea about what the rest of the article is going to be about. Your introduction should be written in an interesting way, since it is important to catch the reader's interest. One way to make your article interesting is to involve the reader, by relating to the reader or by asking questions to make the reader reflect upon what it is that you are saying. You can also describe something so that the reader can imagine it by themselves and relate to it. The structure is important, since the article needs to be easy to follow. Therefore, it is important that you start a new paragraph at each time you change the topic. Use linking words, such as in contrast to, by comparison, moreover, or on the other hand, to make your article more coherent. Last of all, when you have written your article and you have developed all the information that you thought was essential, you should finish it up with an interesting conclusion. This makes the reader remember the article at the same time as it could make the reader interested in continuing reading about the subject. So remember, when you're writing an article, you need to have a headline that catches the reader's interest. It is then your introduction that makes the reader want to read more about the subject. Your article needs to be structured so that it is easy to follow. This could be done by using new paragraphs while changing topic and by using linking words. Always finish with an interesting conclusion. Now you can start to write your article, but remember one thing: never forget about your target group. Your use of language should always be adapted to the reader.
How to write an essay. Give an overview. The main components are the introduction, 3 supporting paragraphs, the body, and the conclusion. Start with the introduction. In this essay, I am going to select the topic and keep it simple. The introduction can begin a bit catchy, maybe with a quote or a sentence that is a little bit comical. For example, most likely, we all have experienced when music sounds exactly like our feelings. Select 3 main points your essay will support. For example, if your topic is music, you can pick the statements: music makes people happy, music is a way to express yourself, and music is a lifestyle. In the final sentence in the introduction, you can present your 3 statements. If you have more than one single opinion, you can present different perspectives of the argument. Don't forget that the other point of view will still need to support your own opinion. Try thinking outside the box and make your readers do as well. Ask for questions. What shall I write? A great way to start and continue writing the essay is to answer the 3 tells. First, tell the readers what you want to tell them. This is the introduction. Secondly, tell them information that supports your statements, supporting paragraphs. Finally, tell them what you told them and make your opinion invincible. Make sure you don't repeat yourself, especially when you present your statements in the 3 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you can discuss how music makes people happy and different feelings music brings. In the second paragraph, you could talk about how people express themselves with music. And the last paragraph, tell your readers how music can be such a major part of people's life. Use synonyms. Why is music such a big part in many people's life? Remember to support your statements with great arguments. Create a kick-ass conclusion. To sum up, for example, in the first sentence, you should tell them what you told them. In the conclusion, you can also be a little creative. Now the readers also want to know how and why this affects them. Read through your essay several times. Ask someone else to read it for you, and don't forget to check grammar, spelling, style, and if you have any linking words. Try use a wide vocabulary and make it your own. Don't write what anyone else thinks. It's much more fun and interesting reading a text that comes from your heart.
How to write a report. When you're writing a report, it is important to always remember to have a clear introduction, where you explain what your report is going to be about. Your body section, where you develop the subject, should be organized into different sections. Remember to have headings for each and every one of these sections. When you write a report, you should always use formal writing. This includes a varied language and linking words, which also is going to make your report easier to follow. Remember what we said earlier. Formal writing might be difficult to write, but should always be easy to read. To make your report easy to read, write clear and concise sentences that makes it easy to understand what you are talking about. Feel free to give recommendations and suggestions concerning the subject using expressions such as "I propose" or "it could be recommended to." Last of all, finish your report with a clear conclusion with its own headline. It is here that you are going to summarize your body section. Use expressions such as "in conclusion" and "in summary." And as a final word of advice, no matter what it is that you're writing, remember to read it through your text over and over and over and over and over again. You should be very careful with your grammar and your spelling, no matter how good you might think you are.
Good luck with
your writing.